What's up, Street Thugs? Brigg here, and we're going to do something a little different today. So, a lot of you know that I have a board game, One Way Out. I've got another one coming out. The other one I've been working on is One Way Out, the Space Edition. In this version, you're not in a cave, you are in space, in a starship. Now, the artwork I was using Photoshop, which was very difficult to do. I did get a drawing pad, but you got to stare at the screen of your computer while drawing on this pad, and it just doesn't work. I needed something where I can look down at it and draw. Ended up getting a ProCreate on there, and it's exactly what I wanted. So like I said, we're going to do something different. I'm going to be drawing for you. Most artists are super critical of their own work, are perfectionists, and nothing they do is ever worthy enough for anybody. I don't know how people become tattoo artists. I can never do something that's so permanent. We're gonna sketch something out and draw it out, and we'll see how this goes. This is my galactic bounty hunter. You can see I got a little crazy with the flares a little bit, but this is my space Egyptian style character. I was kind of going for like an Egyptian thing, but alien at the same time. I also made an undead spacewalker. And then this is my little alien. I wasn't a big fan of this one. I don't know why. It was one of the first ones I did. And it was just something simple I was trying to throw together. Oddly enough, it's the one that everybody likes the most. I don't know why. As far as creatures go, because I actually, the Galactic Bounty Hunter is my favorite. But everybody likes this one for some reason. So let's kind of jump in. We're going to kind of do this. We're on ProCreate here. Okay, so here we are. We've got a new picture opened up. Let's switch this over to black. Use black. And then I want the sketching pen, which I'm going to use a 6B pencil. I like that one the best. So I had a rough idea right now that what I wanted to do. I'm going to make that a little thicker, yeah. So this is just going to be a rough sketch. I had something like an idea that I wanted to try. We'll see how this works. Okay, so now we're going to come over here to the pen. We're going to grab the inking option here. I like to use a studio pen. There is different ones. People like to download ones. I think there was a feud pen or something people liked. You can use a technical pen, fine tip, whatever. I have been finding that I like the studio pen. I grew up with the desire to be a comic book artist when I was younger. That was my big goal when I was little. I wanted to be a comic book artist. It did not happen. Some stuff went down in the comic book world that really ruined my image, because I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and I grew up during the whole coup that happened at Marvel with, you know, Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, all those crazy guys, Silvestri, where they left and went to Image and started their own company and created Spawn and Wildcats and Pitt and Vanguard, all these comic books that just made them all millionaires, all but one, because he had to leave for family situation. Someone passed away, but became millionaires overnight pretty much. But they had left Marvel because Marvel had so many rules that they couldn't get away from. Like, you couldn't draw outside the box. So, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever, to look at a comic book and they were just not confined to panels. Things were coming off the page almost. It was a lot of very artistic creativity, and it sounded like Marvel was stifling that creativity, and that drove me crazy. The idea of that just ruined my idea, and then I started getting away from the idea. Even though at the time I had drawn my own comic books, and I had books and books of different characters I'd created, and styles and looks, and yeah, it kind of soiled it a little bit. So I ended up getting away from drawing a little bit, but this is good because this allows me to kind of pick it up again, even though I'm like way out of practice. Because I mean, these could be totally better. I'm out of practice, but at the same time, you know, I can sit there and kind of tinker, and the more I draw, the more I'll pick up new skills as well as strengthen old ones. So there's that part. Now let's add some color. So what I'm going to do here for color, I'm going to add another layer. I'm going to re-grab this layer. And so once I got this layer, I can come over here, I can click it, or click it, press on it, touch it, the touch screen, touch it, I'm gonna come over here to reference. Okay, now that's gonna lock this up. Well, actually, it's gonna lock the whole thing. So everything is now using these lines. So here's the tricky part. I'm slightly colorblind in red and green, so I can't tell you what colors look good. I was thinking more of like a dark color, like a grayish color, but let's add that little bit of color there. Looks like a reddish, like an orange, I think. Let's see what happens. So come over here and drop it in there. I don't know. What do you think? Can you tell me? Can you answer me? Let's see what happens over here. Yeah, I'm thinking I want dark, but I want like a mangy dark. But I don't want it too dark that it like gets lost. And that's not enough color. What if let's come over here. Over there. I always end up with the purples because they pop the most for me. I don't know why. That's what that look like. Green. I am colorblind to red and green, so if I say something's green, it's not green. That's why. I'm pretty sure that's green. I just have a slight deficiency. Not like I can't see green. I can see green, not as well as everybody else. Let me see here. Same there. Go darker. That might be too much. And let's try this one. Now let's see, I wanted more of a dark. Still too. What is that? There's a big line right there. Let's go with more. Here, why not? Where'd that line come from? Not that one. That one? Is that one? Alright, let's erase this. Erase. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to come over here. We're going to drop that in there. We're going to drop that in there. Downside of this, because there is a downside. Downside of this is if you want to adjust something in the picture, in your outline, when you take that outline off, it's going to be a blank spot underneath there. So you will have to go into that other layer and color it in. The other option is what I see a lot of people do is rather than using a reference, they will actually color in an outline around the picture. I can show you really fast. I'm going to hide that one. We're going to add this one. What they'll do is they'll come over here. I want you to do one more thing. We're going to remove the reference layer off that one. So they'll grab their color. So you got their color there. Got the right layer. There it is right there. So they'll come out here and they'll just kind of trace this. Whoa. Let's bring this one down. We're going to bring it below my old drag right there. Okay. So they're going to come over here. They're going to do like an outline and just cover in the whole thing. Now, really what they're doing is they're just locking this in. They can do like it's an old technique like back when Windows Paint. You know, if you wanted to fill something in with color, you just had to make sure that all the edges were locked together. And that's generally what we're doing here. Is we're just giving it an outline with the color we want. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We can just come over here. That. I don't think I went over there. I'm gonna leave those. You can always come back in later. I'm not going to use this method, but I'm just kind of trying to show you what it looks like. Very tedious, as you can see, because you got to sit there and go through every edge. You got to be careful because you don't want to go over it. You can create a mask if you wanted to. I'm not going to, because I don't think I could. I don't know how. I'd have to do some research before I did that. But this, like I said, is just going to give you an idea. Come back over here. Not going to worry about the eyes because we can always just put the eyes on top. But you get the idea. So there's that. We're going to come over here, drop that in there, and then that's what they do. So now, if you wanted to get rid of the outline, it's still there. So let me hide this one, and I'll bring up mine. You can see that the outline is not in the grooves. That's where the black was. Not a big deal. I do see something though. See that? Got a little wonky donkey thingy. Get rid of that. I'm gonna clean this up. See? That's exactly what I was talking about. And come over here to my color one this way. Drop this right there. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. That's because we do not have, that's what happens when you don't have the reference selected. Reference. Now we can do this. Wait. Right there. Right there. Almost stuck the color on the outline. You do not want to put color on the outline, because if you want to make changes later, you can go fix it without having to fix everything. There's my little dude there. Now we're gonna reference, because the other one we had before, we had the outline reference. Now we're gonna make this just above. Come on, just above the color one. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna hit this. We're gonna hit clipping mask, and then now we can draw within this without worrying about it going over. But thank you guys for watching. If there's some suggestions you have for me to make a creature, please. I can be very creative, but when it comes to stuff like that, my creativity lacks. But thank you guys for watching. Like I said, if you have a suggestion or something you might think I might work for my game, let me know in the comments. If you want to check out my game, there is a link in the description. If you want to order it, it is, like I said, it does print on demand, so it will take a few weeks to get to you. Very fun game. You will play it over and over and over. It changes every time. Thank you guys for your support, especially when I get that. I do have my other little quick game. My other little game is kind of like if you took Uno and chess and rummy and poker and put them all together. You got this really fast, quick fire game. It's really fun. It takes like 5-10 minutes to play. You'll end up playing over and over and over. Really fun. Everybody who's played it has loved it and just wanted to keep playing and playing and playing. Super fun, super high strategy. I'll have that out soon enough for you guys to check out, and maybe I'll try to do some sort of a playthrough. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all your support. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, ring the bell for notifications. Almost to my goal. We are getting there. Hope you like this. It was a little bit different. But thank you guys so much. I will see you again soon. Stay golden and take care. Bye-bye.